Have you ever felt it? That sudden spark of inspiration, the rush of energy when an idea bursts into your mind so vividly you feel unstoppable. Maybe it was a business idea, maybe the dream of a healthier version of yourself, maybe the vision of finally stepping into the life you were meant to live. In that moment, you felt alive, unstoppable. But then, as time passed, the spark faded, the feeling slipped away, and life returned to normal. Here's the truth. Inspiration without action is like a match struck in the wind. It shines briefly, then disappears. Today, we'll uncover how to keep that flame alive, how to transform fleeting sparks into real fire and lasting change. Close your eyes for just a few seconds. Think of a time you felt truly inspired. What was the idea? What did you imagine for yourself? Hold it in your mind, because before this journey ends, you'll learn how to make it real. Chapter 1. The nature of inspiration. Inspiration is mysterious. It can strike when we least expect it, during a walk, while reading, or in the middle of the night. It feels divine, like a gift we didn't ask for but desperately needed. But inspiration is also fragile. Psychologists say it's tied to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Dopamine excites us with possibility, but it doesn't guarantee action. That's why you can feel unstoppable one moment and stuck the next. Inspiration is the spark, but it isn't the fuel. Think of standing at the bottom of a mountain. Inspiration lets you see the peak. It excites you with the view from the top. But excitement doesn't move your legs. Action does. And here's where most people stop. They confuse the feeling of inspiration with actual progress. Pause for a moment and reflect. What mountain is standing in front of you? What vision have you seen clearly, but never started climbing toward? Hold that picture, because the climb begins with one step. Chapter 2. Why we fail to act. If inspiration is so powerful, why don't we act on it? Fear of failure. Our minds whisper, what if I try and fail? What if I'm not good enough? Fear paralyzes us before we even begin. Perfectionism. We wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But perfection never arrives, and waiting becomes procrastination. Comfort of the familiar. The brain loves routine. Even if it's unfulfilling, it feels safe. Change, even good change, feels threatening. Lack of structure. Inspiration is energy, but without structure, it burns out fast, like a fire without wood. When you've failed to act in the past, it wasn't because you were weak, it was because you didn't yet understand these traps. Think of one time you felt inspired, but didn't follow through. Was it fear? Was it waiting for the perfect plan? Or was it comfort holding you back? Name it. Identifying the barrier is the first step to breaking it. Write in the comments the moment that spoke most to your inner self. Your words may echo in another soul. Chapter 3. From spark to structure. Now let's turn sparks into systems. Step 1. Capture the spark. Ideas are fragile. Within hours, they fade. That's why writers, inventors, creators always carry notebooks or recorders. If inspiration visits you, write it down. Step 2. Shrink the idea. Big goals overwhelm us. That's why the brain resists them. Instead of, I'll transform my health, Say, tomorrow I'll walk for 10 minutes. Small steps feel safe, but create momentum. Step 3. Build systems, not moods. Motivation is unreliable. Systems are solid. Athletes don't train only when they feel like it. Writers don't write only when inspired. They rely on habits and routines. Step 4. Ritualize your action. Connect new actions to existing habits. After brushing your teeth, journal for 2 minutes. After breakfast, review your goals. After work, exercise for 10 minutes. This is habit stacking, a proven way to turn sparks into rhythm. Because remember, you don't rise to the level of your inspiration, you fall to the level of your systems. Grab a notebook or just picture this in your mind. Write down one big dream. Now, shrink it. What's the smallest action you could take toward it today? Not next week, not tomorrow, today. Every insight is a mirror. What did this video reflect back to you? Let us know below. Chapter 4. The Psychology of Momentum. Here's the secret. Action changes the brain. At first, dopamine only rewards you for imagining success. But once you take action, even small action, the brain starts rewarding the process itself. This is momentum. Think of a snowball at the top of a hill. At first, it's small and hard to move. But with each roll, it grows larger, faster, unstoppable. Momentum works the same way. The hardest push is the first one. But once you move, every action fuels the next. This is why small wins matter. Each small win whispers to your brain, you are capable, you can do this. And soon, progress becomes addictive. Pause right now. What is your snowball? What's the first push you need to give yourself? Picture it rolling, see it growing. Imagine the unstoppable version of yourself that follows. History proves this truth again and again. J.K. Rowling didn't begin with a global empire. She wrote one page in a cafe, then another, then another. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak didn't start with world domination. They started in a garage, one computer at a time. Nelson Mandela didn't dismantle apartheid overnight. It began with small acts of defiance that grew into a movement. Even Leonardo da Vinci, a genius, filled notebook after notebook with sketches and ideas. Genius wasn't lightning, it was repetition. Their greatness wasn't the spark, it was their commitment to act on the spark daily. Think of someone you admire deeply. Now ask yourself, was it their moment of inspiration that made them great, or their consistent action? Hold that answer close, because it's the same path for you. So now the question is simple. What will you do with your inspiration? Will you let it fade like smoke, or will you turn it into fire? Right now, decide on one action. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Write it, speak it, comment it, because inspiration is the seed, action is the water, and only together can something truly grow. Dreams are beautiful, but action is transformation. Don't just dream, don't just imagine, do. If this spoke to the depths of your mind, let the algorithm know. Leave a like. Enter deeper into the vault, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss the next key.